Welcome to your Daily Revolution podcast. Today's topic: your life sucks, and this is why. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Let's go! This is your daily revolution. Live in prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint.
All right, my friends, welcome to the podcast. This one's going to be short and sweet today because I'm on one. And I'm on one because every once in a while I get messages from people online in my ads and on my post. People just saying, like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? What have you ever done in your life? And it's always the haters and the trash talkers and the people out there that have cat faces for their emoji. They have no background. It's right, probably bots and trolls, whatever. But here's why I'm saying this, because if life sucks right now and it's just hard and you're going through stuff and you don't have the money you want and you're struggling to go through your marriage, or you're beating yourself up about your diet, or you're trying to figure out life, you're going through a divorce. Like, if it's just hard and it just is like, God, man, you can't catch a break, I just have you consider something. Just try this possibility on and just be open to it, right? Be open. You don't got to be mad at me, but just sometimes the truth is going to cut. And there's a phrase that we say oftentimes. I say, look, life sucks because you suck. It's hard news for some people to hear. I'm going to say it again. Life sucks because you suck. In other words, you haven't developed a capacity to handle challenges. Maybe you haven't built yourself up and developed your mindset to see challenges differently. And if you're complaining and you're being a victim right now and you're like, woe is me, or maybe you're even playing that, I like to call this false humility. Part of it's because you're like, oh, maybe God just wants me to suffer. Yeah, maybe God just wants me to suffer. Listen, let me tell you something. The God that I worship, he wants us to grow. The God I worship, he loves us. The God I worship is powerful and loving. And anything we're going to go through is because he wants us to grow. So what if you stopped being a victim and you stopped sucking in your life and you just woke the freak up and said, okay, I'm in charge of my life. I'm responsible for my life. And it doesn't matter where I'm coming from. It doesn't matter what happened with my parents' divorce. It doesn't matter what happened last year. It doesn't matter what happened with the economy. It doesn't matter. Are you kidding me? We live in the greatest time of history, in a time where prosperity is just so abundant. And you're telling me you're going to be a victim? You're telling me that you're going to just sit back and moan and complain and whine and just cry like a baby? Come on. Your life sucks because you suck, because you're choosing to be a victim. Perhaps you're having this victim mentality. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let me tell you what's wrong with you. You're not willing to develop your mind, build your power, build your heart, and set some real clear outcomes and live in a season where you have outcomes and benchmarks and things that you want. So instead of going after what you want, you just sit there and complain. Listen, I got news for you. Stop sucking in life. In other words, develop your mind. In other words, develop your mindset. Build your heart. Build your body, for crying out loud. Quit using the weekend to escape a life that you hate. What if you used the weekend to build a life that you wanted? What if you stopped blaming other people and just took responsibility? What if you just stopped complaining and making excuses? And it really is a mindset. If you are not wealthy today, you are so irresponsible. And when I say wealthy, I'm talking about happiness. Yes, there's a money component in there. Yes, there's being physically fit. Yes, all marriages and or relationships, it's part of life. But at what point do you wake up and say, I'm in charge of my life and I'm going to go build the life that I want to live? I'm going to go create the marriage that is just so fulfilling and amazing. And I'm going to build my body to be strong, and I'm going to develop skills that can serve people and bring value to a marketplace so that I can get what I want. Wake up, my friends. There's a revolution coming, and there's a revolution that we're in right now where the old guard is disappearing, and there's more millionaires in their 20s than there's ever been before. Young kids learning NFTs and crypto, figuring out stocks and how to trade. Young kids learning how to be a marketer. Young kids getting their hustle on. And you're telling me as an adult, you're going to sit there and complain and wish that someone could come save you? I got news for you. Principle number 13. No one is coming to save you. And the truth is, if you're a powerful person, you don't want to be saved. I'll never forget 2008, 2009, 2010, for those 3 years when we had lost everything and I was selling the Super Bowl ring and I was bankrupt and I was embarrassed and humiliated because it looked like everyone else out there had it all together and Setema was struggling, couldn't figure my stuff out. I was just like, golly, what's going on? And I'll never forget, I wanted someone to save me. I wanted so bad for God to deliver a suitcase of money on my porch, like that would have solved my problems. It would have done nothing for me. If someone writes me a check and gives me $1 million, it doesn't help me because I still lack the skills. I haven't developed thick skin. I haven't developed a mindset and a capacity to handle the work, to handle the load, to bear the load with some happiness and joy. And I didn't learn how to really create value in the marketplace. Thank goodness God did not give me what I wanted at that time. And he let me go knock doors for a living, roll my sleeves up, crank the music, suck down some caffeine, and go to work. I was a machine. You couldn't stop me. Why? Because I knew what I was fighting for. I knew what I wanted, and I did not want to be broke anymore. Friends, don't let life suck because you suck. Develop yourself. Listen to the podcast. Hire a coach. Set the outcomes, learn how to set goals and outcomes and go achieve them. That's the greatest thing that's possible. It's not just about achieving outcomes. It's about who you become in the process. And it is a beautiful thing when you become the type of person, when you become this person, the greater version of yourself, where you inspire others, where you're making money because you're creating value, where you're learning how to market, you're learning how to close deals, you're learning how to run a business, you're learning how to have incredible connection and intimacy, you're learning how to communicate, and you're learning how to deal with problems in life. One of my mentors back in 2009 said, you know, what successful people do? And I'm taking notes. I'm up in Salt Lake at a seminar that I could barely afford to be at. And they go, successful people, they just become bigger than their problems. They become bigger than the problems that they face. So, and then when you level up, there's a new devil up and then there's bigger problems. And it's awesome. Like, let's just say right now you're making $100,000. There's a set of problems when you make $100,000. But when you overcome that, then you go make 200 or $250,000. And when you learn how to do that and you become bigger than those problems, then the next set of problems is at $1 million. And there's a set of problems at every level. You just got to continue to develop and grow and become. So stop sucking and your life is going to become amazing. It's amazing what happens when you take personal accountability and personal responsibility for your life. When you stop blaming, complaining, and making excuses. Oh, Setema, you don't understand. I understand and I get it. I promise you. Stop wasting the days. Stop waiting for the weekend so you can escape and sedate. Stop doing all that stuff. Stop. If life sucks, it's because you suck. And if life is amazing, guess what? It's because you have chosen to become an amazing person who can handle and overcome and achieve regardless of circumstances and regardless of situations. All right, this is Setema Gali, and I am out.
Let's go! This is your daily revolution. Living prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint. This is your daily revolution. You already know. And if you don't, then check my resume. Turning pressure into possibilities every day. We all can win and live our unique purpose. We change our mindsets and put the work in. This is your daily revolution. Daily revolution. Revolution. Your daily revolution podcast.